Hello and welcome to today's Nairobi News Bulletin. My name is Modoni Mushiri. Children born out of wedlock will now have the names of their fathers included in their birth certificates. Lady Justice Mumbi Ngugi on Thursday declared Section 7 of the Births and Deaths Registration Act as unconstitutional. She said that every child has a right to have the names of their father on their birth records. She said the burden of taking care of children born out of wedlock has for a long time been placed on women and ordered the Registrar of Birth and Death to enforce the order in the next 45 days. City Askaris today evicted tenants from its houses in Eastlands for non-payment of rent. The tenants of 2,623 units owe City Hall a total of 60 million Kenyan shillings in rent arrears. The eviction started in the morning and took place in Jerusalem, Maringo, Bahati, Kaloleni, Hamza and Jericho estates. A 23-year-old woman who was hit by an overlapping Embasava Sacco Matatu along Nairobi's Outer Ring Road is seeking justice and help to get medical attention. Esther Nasimiyu is lying in her aunt's house in Nairobi's Huruma estate, paralyzed due to a fractured pelvis. Her family has no money to cater for her hospitalization, and even though the April 30th incident was reported at the Embakasi police station, nothing helpful is coming out of it.
Until the evening of April 30th, 23-year-old Esther Nasimiyu was a jovial woman, working hard as a house help to independently fend for her two children. But on that last day of April, she was rendered immobile, paralyzed, thanks to a rogue, reckless driver. On her way home from church, Esther was hit from the side by an Embasava Sacco Matatu, whose driver was overlapping on the bridge where she was walking along Outer Ring Road. The bus, registration number KBR 381Y, knocked her against the bridge rails, crushing her hips and pelvis.
Kukakuwa kuna jam sana. Mkokoteni kasimama mbele ya basi. Basi ikageuka side ya right. Si tulikuwa kando. Sasa wakati iligeuka ndio ilimfunguza ikamfinyilia kwa hizo chuma.
So I was called on a Sunday evening by a witness. He told me my sister had been hit by a bus. I asked to speak to my sister, and I could hear on the other hand, it's my house help, Esther Nasimiyu. When I spoke to her, I asked her how badly she was hit. She said it was bad, and she started screaming.
The driver tried to speed off but was stopped by the passengers on board, who threatened to beat him up. He took the then unconscious Esther and dumped her at a dispensary in Embakasi and left.
Aliniweka kwa hospitali na akatoroka. Akadanganya daktari anarudi na hakurudi. Wakaenda kabisa. Paka sahi.
At Mama Lucy, an X-ray was done. And the doctor told us the pelvic was broken badly. It needed a screw up. It's not some, that's the only way it was going to be fixed. And by then she could not pass urine, but she said her gallbladder was full. So we had to transfer her to Kenyatta because that's where we were referred. So we took her to Kenyatta using an ambulance because she could not sit and she was in a lot of pain, but she was given painkillers. So when we got to Kenyatta, we were told it was an orthopedic case and the doctor was not in.
A witness reported and recorded a statement in regards to the accident at Embakasi police station.
The vehicle was brought to the police station. The driver was arrested at the same time. The victim was given a cash bail to appear in court once the file is ready. The vehicle was also inspected. Then we are still waiting for the victim to come and record a statement because we heard that she has been hospitalized and she is still in the hospital. Once she is discharged, we'll send the officers to go there and record a statement. Then the driver will appear in court soon.
Called Embasava and told them about the case. Nothing has been done. The car has not been grounded. The car is still on the road. They have not taken responsibility. If anything, they have just let the matter go.
Are they picking records?
No. Okay, the first time they picked, but after that, they stopped picking. Every time I call, they don't pick up the calls.
Meanwhile, Esther, who is now paralyzed, has been moved from hospital to the next with no major treatment being done due to lack of funds to correct her fractured pelvic bones and urinal path.
Siamuki, sikai. Kazi yangu vile nimedala hivi ni kwenyewe. Masusu ni hapo kwa mpira. Kama ni kwenda choo haja kubwa, andia nibebe hii miguu, ndio awekelee poti, ndio niende haja kubwa. Kuniosha, ananiosha kama niko tu hapa.
In her aunt's house in Huruma, she has turned from one independent woman to almost baby-like state, totally dependent on her family.
Nairobi has been selected as one of the cities to make up the esteemed group of 100 resilient cities, with 36 other cities having been picked in the third and final selection process. 100 Resilient Cities was pioneered by the Rockefeller Foundation in 2013 and seeks to provide cities with resilience required to navigate the 21st century.
In the U.S., the federal government committed $500 million just to 300 RC cities of New York, New Orleans, and Norfolk to execute on their strategies.
Our population is 4 million people at night, those who sleep in our city. 5 million during the day, it means 1 million people come and go. And we've moved from 4,000 cars to 600,000 vehicles. And we register 100,000 vehicles every year. Actually, it's projected by the year 2050. As I see faces here, we're all young enough, we'll still be around. The population of Nairobi will be 14 million. And in the year 2100, let's see who'll still be around in 2100. The population of Nairobi will be 28 million.
And that's it for today's Nairobi News Bulletin. For these and more stories, log on to www.nairobinews.co.ke. I'm Modani Mushiri. Goodbye.